Hey Milana, my name is Marquis and I am the owner of Nomatic Marketing. And in this video, I'm actually going to show you 3 things that you guys can do today to just help bring in more clients to your law firm. Now, most likely, you're just sitting there asking yourself, why would I even be doing this? Or better yet, what's in it for me? And honestly, those are pretty valid questions. Oftentimes in the world of the internet, most local business owners, they're actually just too busy actually running their business in order to really learn how the internet can benefit them and their company. And sometimes the only hesitation that they have to working with someone is they just don't know, who's an expert or who isn't. Or who's going to actually, really try to help them, or who's going to end up just taking their money and run. I found by giving people a free attack plan of actual things that you can do within your business, it's kind of just resulted in business owners kind of just standing up and just saying, hey, Marquise, can you just do this for me? So if by the end of this video, you feel like the information that I'm giving you is actually helpful and something that you can use within your business, or you feel like I can actually help you with gaining new clients for your company, shoot me a message and we can have a chat. Or you can actually just take this information for yourself, and that's all right too. So now let me show you 3 things that's going to set your company above your competition and not waste any more of your time, all right? So the 3 things that we're going to go over today are going to be content, citations, and backlinks. So the first thing is content. So think of content as any of the words, phrases, pictures that show up on your page. So any of this stuff, that's content. Any of these pictures here, that's content. All of this stuff down here, that's content as well. So in order to be fully optimized with Google, you need to have at least 1,500 words on your home page. That's how they begin that indexing process. So what I did was I actually took your website domain, I threw it into one of the tools that we utilize here. So this is SEO Quake. This is actually a free tool. Anybody can download it in order to try to get this information. This is a great tool that shows you a lot of different things going on within your website. But the main thing that I use it for is just to take a quick snapshot at the total amount of words within the site itself, and more importantly, on that main or front page. So as you can see here, the total amount of words on your front page is 574. So you guys are still about 1,000 off from being fully optimized in Google's eyes. And this goes a long way with helping you to reach those types of customers and clients that you're looking for on the internet. So if we were to compare you guys to one of your competitors in the area, I actually threw them into here as well. So this is Goldberg and Rosen, I'm not sure, one or the other. But you can see here that the total amount of words on their page is a little bit over 2,400 words. So that puts them in a really good category in order to really index their site. But just knowing this is half the battle, which means that now you know how many words you need to get in order to compete in the same marketplace. And having 2,400 words, that's not unbeatable. That's as simple as adding a couple paragraphs right to your main page. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is going to be citations. So in order to kind of get a grasp of what citations are, what I did was I actually did a Google search for personal injury attorney, Miami, Florida. So whenever you do a search, there are a couple things that come up. One is going to be this ads section. So this is Google Ads. I know a lot of people know this. When it comes to Google Ads, these are pay-per-click, usually, at least for this section right here. Pay-per-click ads can be very lucrative for a business, or it can be a total money grab in which Google is just making so much money off of you, especially when it comes to attorneys. Now, attorneys, lawyers, you guys have some of the most costly cost per clicks out of any industry. You guys are top 5, I believe, where anything can range from maybe like $80, $70, $80 to well in the 200 to 300 per click. So it really just depends. But if you're working with someone that actually knows what they're doing, they're able to get that cost per click down, which will save you some money and then hopefully bring you in some clients. The area that I actually do want to show you is going to be this area right here. So this is the Google Map Pack, or the map section for short. So this is where you can find the name, address, and phone number, aka NAPs, for a business. So what I'll have is a lot of business owners, they'll just come up to me and just ask, hey, Marquis, how can we rank in the map pack? And ranking would be coming up in one of these top 3 sections. So there are a couple things that you can actually do to get into this area. One is just going to be kind of optimizing your description. 2 is going to be, optimizing the pictures that you have that show up for your business. And the third thing is going to be increasing the amount of citations that you have across the internet. So citations are anywhere where your name, address, and phone number show up exactly the same. So if you think about, I don't know, like the Yellow Pages or like the Yellow Book, they used to actually drop it on your doorstep back in the day. I don't know how old you are, but that is something that they used to do. And then it used to be basically a directory of all the businesses in the area. So, or all the businesses throughout the United States. I don't know. I actually don't know. I've never really opened a Yellow Book like that. But they do have the online versions of these books. And they're basically online directories that keep track of businesses and their information. So the more places that you have your information on these directories, the better you look in Google's eyes as a reputable business. Even though you guys are a law firm and you are reputable, Google just doesn't know you. So what I did was I actually threw your information into one of the other tools we use here. So this is whitespark.ca. Essentially, it's a local citation finder. It'll show you all the citations that a company has across the internet. If you take a look here, this is you guys right here, the Barr Law Firm. So it looks like you guys have about 23 citations, which is great because we've worked with companies that have had 0 citations. They just started their business, they don't have any, or they'll have maybe 6 or 10. The average company somewhere sits around 20 to 50. You can see here, I threw one of your other competitors in here. This is Gerson and Schwartz. They have about 47 citations. So they're about double the amount of citations that you guys have. What I tend to recommend for companies that we talk to or we do these kind of videos with is to have anywhere between 200 and 300 citations. It's just to put you in a place in which you are basically blowing your competition out of the water. They can't touch you because most of them are going to have 40 to 50, and they're not going to take the time to go through and get 200 to 300. And really all it takes is time and research and actually doing it, honestly. So the third thing that I want to talk about, that's going to be backlinks. So think of backlinks as how a website has authority on the web. So simply put, if you were to take site A, for example, and site A is pointing to site B, therefore site A is acting as a backlink for site B, which gives it more authority on the web. So you have to think of Google as kind of like a popularity contest. So the more sites that are pointing at you, the more popular you are in Google's eyes. You're one of the popular kids at that point, So I threw your website into one of the other tools that we utilize here. This is Ahrefs. So this is one of the most robust tools that we utilize. It costs anywhere between I don't know, I would like to say $70 to $100 a month. So really not even that much, but it gives you so much information on a site and how well it's doing. And anybody can download and use this as long as they pay for it. So just throwing your site in here, you can see that you guys have about 138 backlinks across 34 referencing domains. Basically, that means that there are 34 websites that you guys are backlinking to in some kind of way, which is equaling to 138 backlinks. So 138 times you're referencing these 34 websites in some way or fashion, which is great. Some websites, they get on here, they don't take the time to kind of do the backlinks because they don't really understand the process of how it adds to your authority on the web. But I see that you guys do, at least a little bit, This is a great place to be and a great start to have. If you were to compare yourselves to one of your other competitors that are probably in the top search for personal injury attorneys in Miami. So this is Goldberg and Rosen again. And you can see that they have about 688 backlinks across 130 domains. That's accounting for about 5.2K in traffic that's valued at $228,000. And that value is kind of arbitrary, really, but you can see how much traffic they're getting on a monthly basis. It also looks here that they're doing paid search, which is interesting because they can do paid search across a couple of different ways. But I've seen just with the law firms that we work with, especially personal injury attorneys that have been doing very well with us. Google is a good way, even though it's expensive, but Facebook has been killing it for personal injury attorneys. So just something to think about, you know? But as you can see, they have 688 backlinks. You guys have 138. So you can see where your competitors are and then potentially even go to where they are. And you can do this really cool way in Ahrefs. And that's by just, actually, I don't want to click the backlinks. That would be a little bit too much information. What we're going to do is click the referencing domains. Give me a second. I'm clicking all over the place. What are you doing, Marquis? Okay, so this is the referencing domain. So you can see what domains are being referenced. And actually, by knowing this information, it gives us a leg up because now we can go after these same marketplaces because we know that these directories work. All right. So just to once again, just go over what we covered. First thing is content. So this front page, you're going to need to have at least 1,500 words just to give you a leg up, you know, make you competitive within your same marketplace and industry. Third thing, citations. So you're going to want to have anywhere between 200 and 300 citations just to kind of beat out your competition by a landslide. And the third thing, backlinks. So you're going to need to have more relevant sites pointing at you guys just to show Google you are the authority on the web. And if you were to implement these strategies today, honestly, you could be number one across Google. So I bet you're wondering, you know, what now? Well, you can either go and use this information I provided you on your own, and I am perfectly all right with that. Or if you want the most efficient route and you want to save yourself some time, you can actually just give me a call at 970-829-1342. Once again, my name is Marquis with Nomatic Marketing, and my number is 970-329-1342. I look forward to hearing from you, and have a good one.